Hello again! We're at a new house today, and Colby is in our video today, our favorite general contractor and my husband. And today you're gonna be looking at our first reveal of the Copper Kitchen. Come inside. So the first thing we realized when we came to the space is it was super closed off, and we knew it was gonna be a lot to open it up because we had low bearing walls. And that is where Colby's bulk of the work came in on this project.
So when we first checked out this house, one of their issues was it felt very confined, and that was a major issue that the design team saw with things as well. So there used to be a wall here and a tight little hallway, and then a dividing wall here as well.
And then actually a closet was right in this space right here. And then it was just super closed off. Yeah,
really dark, super closed off. So we put a big steel beam in this area.
And how many people did that take?
Took a few. We got a little creative putting it in. It spans about 21 feet.
Didn't it take like 10 people?
Pound beam. There were 7 of us here that day. Yeah. So we put that in, and then this is also, this is a glue lamb beam we put up here. This is about 12 feet. So these are actual support beams, but they're wrapped with our barnwood material. And then in the peak of the living room, that's a faux beam. And this last one here in the dining room is also a faux beam. But yeah, the design team came up with the great idea of wrapping them all. Looks great.
Okay, so the main part of this remodel that's honestly jaw-dropping amazing is the kitchen. And this is our interior designer, Abby. And this was really a labor of love from both of us to make this space what it is. The first thing, as Colby was explaining, we had beams that needed to be in here, and it kind of, you know, not everything is on center. And so that's one thing to remember, like not everything has to be on center, but being intentional about things is important. So this is a real beam that runs into our range hood. The first thing that I was like, we need it, is I really wanted this pill-shaped island. And so Abby and I worked together probably for like hours because there's like radiuses and angles and things that I wouldn't even, like, it's AutoCAD. It is amazing. And so from there, like, there's just so many features to talk about.
Yeah, and going off the pill shape, we really wanted to have a lot of curvature in the kitchen because right now arches are very in, but we didn't think arches were right for this client. So in order to really incorporate those curves, we did the pill shape island, like Sam said. We did these curved pendants, and then also the bar stools are curved as well.
Yes.
So yes, we think they all complement each other and bring a lot of interest to the kitchen.
Yes. And one thing that everyone was like, you're crazy, this is never gonna work or look good, is these shelves. Okay, everyone's like, why are you putting shelves over windows? And I was like, it is just going to add so much, the light coming through. There's honestly so much cabinet space in this kitchen. We didn't need more cabinets, and we didn't want no windows. Our clients love the outdoors and the greenery, and so we didn't want to lose that in the space. And so we actually added a window and then like changed the size of both of them so that we could add some symmetry into the space that has asymmetry in other places. Okay, our cafe appliances. So the black cafe appliances typically come with stainless steel handles, and so we added on these copper handles aftermarket, and it just makes the Copper Kitchen, like, obviously fully complete.
Something also that's very unique about this kitchen is the two-toned countertops. So when I had this drawn up in SketchUp, I rendered it both white countertops, black countertops for both, and we ended up just landing on the two tones, so black for the island and then white for the surrounding. We really ended up going that route because it kind of ties in the black hood and it just makes everything so seamless and cohesive with this kitchen design.
Okay, so obviously, Simply Sam Organize also had to organize the kitchen, which we do for all of our clients at the end. So one thing about this is that the pantry is not walk-in and these push back, and the pantry is just right here. So this is just a reminder that you don't always need a walk-in pantry. You don't always need a door. Built-in cabinet pantry can go a long way, and we actually built it so that there's countertop inside here. We have a plug in here for the toaster, and then also there's this nook back here that we made for a coffee station so that you can't really see it, but it's still kind of cute. And then some of my other favorite drawers are the baking drawer, our spice drawer. I'm gonna go all the way down. We have all of our cooking utensils, and then of course cooking tools. So it is very organized in here. So one thing about this space is that this used to just be a normal sliding door, and we just really felt like that wasn't doing justice to the overall space. So we did one of these beautiful accordion doors, and if you come outside, it's really amazing because it just is really indoor, outdoor living. Our clients spend almost every night out here throughout all seasons. They have their hot tub, they have their sitting area, and then of course this beautiful dining area. And they really can just entertain. They have a lot of friends. They love having people over. And it really just makes the space for them, which is what is most important to me.
Hi. I just wanted to show you guys this door we had put in, and the thing that's really cool about this is magic glass. So it can be opaque, or you can turn this switch and completely glass. So at night when you don't want people to see in, all you do is switch it off, and it's a really good way to have a glass door and privacy at the same time. We did add a chandelier, which we were kind of going back and forth on because we wanted anyone who came into the house to have a full view of the kitchen, and we didn't want anything to block the view. And so we actually tried a few different chandeliers, and we settled on this one, and we're very happy because we wanted to add like a little bit of glass and black to this area, and that's really what our clients wanted. So that's how we ended up there.
Another thing about this living room is that our clients before the remodel did not like how dark this house was, and so they were really adamant about keeping these windows open and not having anything block them so they can have a lot of natural light flow into this space and also to the kitchen. And that also affects the layout of the sofa, because we were originally thinking a big sectional that was an L that would kind of cover the window, but we ended up settling on this big sofa, which I think works great in the space, and it makes it more open and airy. And then, yeah, I think it's great and they love it. They were also really adamant about having a reading chair, so we ended up giving them a fun little reading chair over in the corner, which has a lot of great natural light as well.
Okay, the only thing I can add to that is they have 2 small children and 2 very large dogs. So the fabrics that we needed to choose, we need to stay with leather because of the kids and the dogs and keeping everything easily cleanable. And they love woods and textures, and so we needed to find the different woods and textures that go together.
And for the kids, they also, they play a lot in the living room. I mean, it's the heart of the house, and so they were very adamant about having storage for the toys, so that way they can put them away and everything will still look nice as well. So that's why we got them this great credenza.
Here we are in the dining room kitchen. It's just right adjacent to the kitchen.
Yeah.
And Abby and I went to the stone yard and we hand-picked all of this stone. I remember that day, it was so hot and we were walking through the stone yard and it felt like it was like 120 degrees out.
Yeah.
But we really love the way that this turned out, and we found someone who created this exactly the way we wanted, with the really big grout.
Yeah.
And the beautiful stone. And then we had our wood guy make us a mantle to match the beams.
And then another request of our client was storage. So we ended up including these storage pieces on both sides of the fireplace. So this, I think, just stores arts and crafts for the kids, since it's so close to the dining table, and that's typically where they do homework and artwork and stuff like that. And then this storage over here is specifically for electronics. So these actually have plugs inside, that way they can charge their iPads, their iPhones, and yeah, I think it's very much tailored toward the client, and I feel like it turned out really great.
The other thing that we did do is we did turn this fireplace from a gas fireplace into an electric fireplace. Our client wanted something that he could just, you know, press a button, turn on, and it really creates a lot of heat. So they can have the full doors open and the fireplace on, and this is actually a secondary heating mechanism for the home.
So for the dining room, we did want to bring in this rustic style kind of wood for their dining room table because it's very durable, but it also brings in some character. As Sandee mentioned before, they do like very clean surfaces, and that's why we went with the leather chairs for the dining table as well. And then for the light fixture, we were thinking originally maybe a pendant, but we didn't want them to compete with the pendants already in the kitchen. So we ended up going with a flush mount that has tones of metal and some fabric, again for that rustic feel, and we think it blends in nicely. We don't think it competes with the fireplace, and yeah, I think it turned out really great.
Also, our clients are really into horses.
Yes.
They have horses, they show horses, and so we wanted to add a few elements of, you know, that equestrian sort of element. So we got our client this beautiful piece of art, and we got her a horse sculpture.
A lot of the coffee table books are also horse related as well.
Yeah. So we feel like, I mean, they are loving this. It just really fits their style. I mean, really, we facilitated what they had in their head, and they didn't even know that they had it. So we are loving the Copper Kitchen, and we hope you love it too.
This project was really exciting. I feel like Colby and I got to co-create a lot of things that were hard to design and implement, and it always is exciting working together.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for coming and checking it out.